Newfoundland Sportsman with Dwight Blackwood and Paul Amundsen.
Telling you about earlier today where I saw all those birds years ago.
Okay, and towards that knob over there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a nice area, you know, it's similar to what we just came through. We got a lot of low shrubs in there.
On today's show, Dwight and Paul will be hunting for ptarmigan, more commonly known as partridge. They'll be trying their luck at several locations throughout the southern Avalon portion of the island. They'll be hunting with Shani, a 4-year-old Blue Belton setter, and Sport, their new 6-month-old Brittany Spaniel. As well, we'll have a look at the first of a 2-part segment where Dwight and Paul visited with local taxidermist Andrew Barron.
It was the first hunt of the year, and boy, were we anxious to get out. We were particularly excited about having Sport with us. This is the first time we had an opportunity to hunt with Sport, and he had shown a lot of promise as a young pup.
We decided to hunt with a spay line first. The walking wasn't too bad in this area because most of the terrain was hard ground. That's good for us because partridge hunting requires a lot of walking. Behind the old bluefin Irving, or was it Irving? Sport's got a whiff of something there, huh?
Yes.
Shani's an excellent dog. We were very impressed by her work. In the morning, she came across fresh scents of partridge everywhere. She stood a lot of the time, but the birds must have been one step ahead of her. Yeah.
These are working dogs. From the word go, Shani was off hunting. I tell you, you do a lot of walking when you're partridge hunting, but these dogs must do 10 times what we did. I tell you, for me, it was a real pleasure to watch her work.
Sport. That's what he was sniffing, eh?
Wings gone. One wing's gone. Oh, yeah.
Shot, I suppose. That's what it failed.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a fact, it wasn't something, nothing killed it because
No, they would have ate it.
they would have ate the whole thing.
Saturday's bird.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice little black duck.
That's the thing, though. You hate to see him wasted. I mean, if
Oh, yeah.
you hit your duck, you want to be able to get it.
I'm not saying, I mean, there's not an overabundance of black ducks on this portion of the island anyway, and to see people indiscriminately shoot ducks out of season and leave it to rot,
Yeah.
and there's just no need, is there?
No,
The law should throw whatever they can throw at people who do
Oh,
this
for
type
sure.
of thing.
sure. It's no benefit in that at all. Like, shoot.
Indiscriminate killing.
Oh.
We're still on a lot of good sign of partridge.
There's definitely partridge, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a bit hungry too.
Yeah, we'll probably get on a boil up, I suppose.
And this fellow over here, he's going to be possibly in the middle of the 2 of those. And I'll just get some.
Well, we've been in the woods.
Beat the bag.
We've been in the woods before where we never even had a plate.
Yeah.
Found a piece of cardboard and used that for a plate. True. Bologna, bologna. It all tastes the same.
Not many places you can dip your cup in the pond anymore, is there? Except Newfoundland, that is.
No, only in Newfoundland. It's about the only place in North America that you're going to be finding clear water, clean water, drinkable water in almost any pond you go to. Now I'm just putting a bit of bacon in to get some flavor. There's no better meal you can have when you're in the woods than a bit of bacon, a lot of bologna. You can have a lot of beans, and of course you got to have the homemade bread with it, or it's just not the same.
With molasses for dessert.
Molasses bread,
First thing is, it's like Dwight was out here last week with Sport, drove up 16.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't have no rifle, and you can't shoot.
Couldn't find a rock.
No, you couldn't find a rock. Well, the guy at the Gander show, at the Gander trade show we did in Gander the week, told me he killed a moose with a rock.
Yeah, honest.
Honest, well, I mean,
Wouldn't believe it.
yeah, his wife said the same thing.
Yeah.
He was driving down the road, and he noticed moose crossing the road, and he was limping a little. So he got out and followed them up, and the moose sort of came back at him a couple of times, and he backed off. And I guess the moose was injured, so he figured the predator was coming, so he was facing him down. And he came up between the rock moose chars. He threw a stone at him, hit him between the eyes, killed him, stone dead.
Stone dead.
Couldn't believe
Did
it.
you see that though?
He had a license and everything else. Phoned his wife from the car. She came down with all the gear, and he cleaned him up and took him home.
She couldn't believe him first.
No,
He said I was
I
there
wouldn't either.
ages, he said. And he called her, no sign of her. Called again. Still wouldn't believe him. Then somebody finally convinced him. I mean, I guess he must have convinced her somehow that he killed the moose with a rock.
Well, I tell you, he had a bit of going to convince me. He had to bring his wife over to confirm it.
Time now for Newfoundland Sportsman's Tip of the Week.
Are you one of the many hunters who have experienced difficulties in knocking down partridge when they're in flight? Well, don't be dismayed, because I'm sure at one point or another we've all experienced the same problems. We tend to get overly excited when a covey of partridge flushes in front of us, even though our dog might have been standing on those birds for a few minutes. Our first tendency is to pull the shotgun to our shoulder, aim and fire, almost all in the same motion. Now this limits our chances of success, because at such close range it doesn't give our shotgun shell pellets time enough to spread. Now if you're an expert partridge hunter, or an expert hunter of any sort, you'll probably hit a bird or two. But believe me, at such close range, you won't have much bird left to bring home. So here's a simple little tip to help you become a better shooter and improve your chances of getting a few partridge for the table. When a partridge flushes close in front of you, the common mistake is to fire right away. Your kill zone is just too small because your shotgun shell pellets don't have enough time to spread. The next time a partridge flushes close to you, count to 3 before you pull the trigger. This allows you just about the right time for the birds to fly within a better shooting range of about 30 to 40 yards away from you. At this distance, the spread of your shotgun shell pellets will be much greater and your kill zone much larger. Remember, don't be too quick to fire. Shotguns are designed to spread. You have to use the appropriate distance as effectively as you choose the size of your shot in order to maximize your chances of hunting success.
Let's go get him.
And they just look like good grounds. I think you've
Oh yes, I'll just give partridge out this way, man.
You ready to go hunting?
Fine, now this is a lot of wood. Go on.
Yeah. The ground in Mall Bay is a bit different than what we hunted on a Witless Bay line. It contained a lot more marshland and it made walking more difficult.
It's amazing. Even from this distance, Shanny obeys Andrew's hand signals.
Boy, Sport was doing pretty good when Shanny stood in scent. He usually held back. But just before this, when Shanny stood on a partridge, Sport ran in and flushed it out of gunshot range. So this time I held him back. We knew birds were close by just by Shanny's actions.
Oh, that's gotta be a bird. Look at that tail.
Huh? That's what you were supposed to be doing.
Sport. 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 Oh. Oh, that's what it's all about, boy. That's what it's all about. There's nothing better for breaking in a dog than to be up in the barrens and shoot a few partridge. Live experience is worth anything else you can teach them in a pen somewhere or in a field.
Yeah. Earlier now, when Shannon would stand on one, he would back away. But the last time he rushed, but this time he stayed back a bit as well.
Well, you could tell there was partridge here because I mean she was going around those stroking trees and then all of a sudden stopped just like that.
Dead stop.
Whereas before she usually stopped, point, and then she gradually moved very slowly. But it's quite easy to tell there was definitely partridge in this area.
Actually, when he came up and the third one went over there, I didn't think we were going to nail him, but we did.
No, you could tell that he was hit. He came down pretty good there.
Yeah.
That happens a lot of times, you know. A partridge, it'll fly up, you shoot at it, think you missed it, you'll probably fly 50 yards and down it comes, stone dead.
Yeah.
I've often done that in the woods. Not a bad way to start today.
No. It's all right.
You spot that one that flew up over there?
Yeah, he's gone out over the next talk of wood, so.
Got over the woods there.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably take a dart up there. You never know.
Oh, he's not gone far because he was really quiet when he flew up.
Yeah, no cackling at all.
No.
I'll put these in the bag and then we'll head up there, hey?
Good dogs.
Yes, sir. Way to go, Shan. Good dog. Good puppy. Yeah, boys, I'm gonna have to take my lunch out of the bag. Put the birds in it.
Too bad. I wouldn't mind
Yeah, it breaks me. It breaks me right up.
Well, you know you're not hungry this hour in the morning.
Yeah. Want a sandwich?
I really enjoyed doing taxidermy. I just love to, like when I bring home something that I'm after getting in the field in the day, and I just, you know, I just love to have it for collection. But the real satisfaction is just seeing it there and looking as close to being alive as possible without actually breathing. I first got interested in taxidermy through an ad in a magazine. I wanted to get some trophies for my collection of all the birds and animals that I hunted, right? So I sent away and I got all the books and they sent them home to me. And first thing I got was a pintail. I tore the head out of it trying to make a mount out of it, but 14 years later, here it is, what I'm doing today.
I know these guys. These are the guys we're going after.
I'm making a diorama of 3 of those now to put in a glass case.
This is what you have here.
Yeah, this is the one I'm working on here right now.
Now, I mean, you know, you think of animals being done, but birds, I mean, they're so delicate. It must be very tedious work.
Oh, really hard. Especially the skin of them. It's almost paper thin. If you're when you're skinned it, and if you make just one round cut, skin is spoiled.
So how would you prepare, for instance, if I shot a bird today, how would I prepare it for you?
Well, the first thing you should do in the field with it, before you even bring it to me, you should plug the mouth, get some moss or whatever, and plug the mouth with it, and try to get a paper bag instead of a plastic bag, because a plastic bag makes it overheat and causes the blood to leak out faster. So, but if you have a brown paper bag and put the moss around the head of it, tuck it under the wing, put it down in the bag, and keep it like that in your knapsack.
And the moss in the mouth, what would that do?
That'll plug up make the blood stop flowing through the mouth and getting on the feathers. Because the less blood you got on the plumage, the easier for me it is to do it.
Then, of course, you add some other things for dramatic effects. For instance, the owl is on a log.
Right.
You add some,
Right.
some nesting or whatever type thing.
Exactly. I'm going to have, say, those 2 partridge here. They're not finished. I'm going to have, okay, this is basically the way they're going to look when they're finished. And this fellow over here, he's going to be possibly in the middle of the 2 of those. And I'll just get some lichens and moss and just probably do around.
Just actual real moss that you pull out.
Real moss, I'll just let it dry. And I'll just put it around the base and make it look like as if it was in the wild, right? And sometimes people get them in asked to get a glass case made, because if you get it in a glass case, you're not going to get any dust on it, and you're going to practically have it forever. I also like to add possibly a couple of you know, a couple of twigs to it to make it, to frame it in. That'll, you know, make it
Give
make
those
it look
finishing
like,
touches, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Make it look like it's in its natural habitat as possible.
These are excellent, and these are big. This is a big one here.
That's a big adult male I got last year, and this a female. This is a young male, but I'll just put him in the middle and, you know, make them look like they're a group. Possibly I'll put some grass around them, and that'll kind of hide them, because it's not very often you're going to see a ptarmigan on the marsh. The only time you get a chance to get a shot at them is when they're in the air.
And not often will you see it done this well either, in the wild or here.
Well, thank you.
I want to thank you for showing us this. This is excellent work. Thank you very much.
Glad to help.
You're dying to get another bird now, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
He's like an old dog, you know. When a dog is running around so often, he sort of gets a bit ambivalent. You know, he doesn't want to go too much more because he's tired and he's not after seeing anything. As soon as he sees a partridge or a duck, and he's gone. He's the same way this morning.
You were tad excited yourself there when you were fired.
I think we all were.
Yeah.
First shot of the season.
I think that's why you all missed the birds.
You got them all.
I mean, you could walk
Those 75
you
ducks
could
you
walk
got
like
last time.
6
Did you
hours,
have anybody
and
else shoot
then
with
you
you?
feel like you're just about dead. And all of a sudden, if you see a couple of birds, you get all this energy, you could start all over again. As long as the birds are around, you can keep going.
That's right.
Once there's no birds, take a rest on the bag.
But you know, I don't think nobody's going to win the argument who shot the last partridge.
No, I got it.
I'm
TV does
sure
not.
I got it.
You never
Paul is sure he's got it. All of us.
I definitely took my time and aimed right at the last one.
I didn't take my time, but I didn't need to. I still got it.
Well, he's right in front of me. I think he ran in my barrel.
Well, we'll have to figure out who's going to shoot the right, left, and center next time.
Yeah.
We were going through the edge of the old pasture land and really didn't anticipate to see partridge in this tall grass. But there Shanny was, as stiff as a board. Way to go. Way to go, buddy.
It was nice to get a couple more birds, and what a great way to finish the day.
For the outdoor enthusiast, Newfoundland and Labrador offers excitement second to none, and the Newfoundland Sportsman magazine brings that excitement home to you. Subscribe now and begin enjoying interesting and informative features with exceptional photography, focusing on every aspect of our great outdoors. Order now and receive 6 issues a year for the low price of only $21.35, or subscribe for 2 years and get 12 issues for only $38.04 and save 25% off newsstand prices. The Newfoundland Sportsman magazine, outdoors at its best.
Snack to get our energy back. Give the dogs a little bit of food. I'll give it to Sport anyway. He's only a pup, so. We got a treat mixed in with his dry food. He's not already fond of dry food. So I got some of those little, looks like hamburger. Look. He loves that, it's nice and soft.
Probably better for you than hamburger.
Oh yeah, well there's no fat in it, it's all nutrients. Sport! Sport! Come on, here boy. I didn't bring a bowl, but... Here, look. Come on. Here, look. It's your favorite stuff, boy. Here, look. There you go.
I must say, I've had a great couple of days.
Been a ball. We've hunted with the Spey line, we've hunted down the Mall Bay area, we were around O'Donnell's as well. We got a few partridge, quite a few partridge. We saw an awful lot, so it's a good sign that they're coming back this year. So I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Well, what I enjoy too, I've never hunted with a dog before, and to go out and hunt with the dogs, it's just beautiful to watch these dogs work. They're out of the truck and they're working.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Beautiful to watch.
Just to come up and see them working for you, just to stand on partridge, whether you have a gun in your hand or not, it's well worth the trip.
Must take a lot of patience and care, though, to take care of a dog like this.
Well, it's a 12-month project. You know, you can't only have a dog just for hunting. You've got to feed him all year long. You've got to make sure he's got proper hygiene. proper diet. You've got to take him to the vet once a year. And more particularly, you have to take him up a few weeks before hunting season to get him in shape, to toughen up his feet, and to get him to have stamina so that he'll hunt that much more for you and he'll be that less exhausted.
Yeah, you almost need to get up a couple times yourself to get in shape, I'll tell
for
you.
sure.
It's a walk.
Muscles, you use muscles you didn't even know you had.
For sure. But he did well today, I must say. I was really pleased with him.
Andy Barron's taxidermy work is fantastic, isn't it?
Beautiful stuff.
I want to thank Andy Barron of O'Donnell St. Mary's Bay in particular for taking us out here as well as with his bay line the last couple of days and showing us his taxidermy work. It was just fantastic. And I also want to thank his dog Shan. It's a super dog.
And I want to thank you for joining us. And be sure to catch us next week on the Newfoundland Sportsman. Poor boy's a bit worn out, eh?
He's tired, boy, almost as tired as you and I, I'd say.
He deserves it, eh? Tired.
He can sleep better in the bog, that's all. Hang on. There's no ducks in the area. You can come back first thing the next morning and the place could be full of ducks again. Now, that's what I find most amazing.
I always thought now we come out in the mornings because they'd be waking up and going out to feed. You know what I mean? They'd start getting active. But it's actually the other way around.
Well, that's partially true. I mean, if you take now, we've got about 11 or 12 hours.